Well, greetings pinball fans, and welcome to another episode of Alpha Bravo Pinball. WhiteWater is not well, folks, and we're going to try to fix it. We've got our EPROM programming station. I'll show you what's going on. Let's get right to it. WhiteWater has been plaguing me with resets for a little while now, and I've tried a bunch of things. I went so far as to replace the power driver board, replace the CPU board with spares that I had on hand, and nothing that I do can fix it. I even tried Carr's 5-volt fix board. 5-volt being low is of course the most common reason why you have problems with this generation game resetting. However, I am pretty sure that's not what we're dealing with here. The first clue was of course the Carr board not fixing it. The second clue was the game would reboot seemingly randomly and not coinciding with solenoids firing, which is what can draw the 5-volt low. It would reboot randomly with no solenoids firing whatsoever. Playing around, I've examined the switches, everything seems okay. But I have some progress to report. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom! Just like that, I can reproduce a reboot on demand by activating the 5 river switches rapidly. It happens every time, 100%, so there's definitely something going on with switches. Now, WhiteWater is prone to reboots in this ROM version. And since I've already replaced the power driver board, the CPU board, I've checked all the switches for wiring, the diodes all look good. I think the next step is going to be flashing the ROM to the newer version and see if the problem goes away. All right, so here we go. We have our ROM programming equipment here. We have an EPROM eraser. We have an EPROM programmer connected to my computer, of course, and I have these STM27C801s, which are 8 megabit EPROMs. 8 megabit EPROM means 1 megabyte. Alrighty, and we're going to fire up our programming software. The first thing to do is I'm going to put the chip in the programmer and read the contents of it to see if it's blank or not. So put it in here. I've already had this programming software configured for a 27C801. Very important for it to be the right chip. And then we're going to choose device and read, and we'll read the contents of the ROM. It's pretty quick. Alrighty, and as expected, these ROMs are not blank. If they were, you would see FF repeatedly. They do have they are not blank, and so we're going to have to erase them using the UV light EPROM eraser. So I'll go ahead and take it out of the programmer, put it in the eraser, and we're going to set a timer for 20 minutes or so. All right, let's edit this and set it to 20 minutes. And off we go. Alrighty, looks like our timer is done. Let's check if the ROMs are now empty. Alrighty, we'll turn off the eraser and open the little tray. Grab a random chip here, go back to the programmer. Pop it in, correct orientation of course, and then read. Alrighty, so it might look like it's all FFF all over here, which is good, but you never know if it's just borderline erased. There might be some stray bits here and there. There's actually a check blank function here that we can use, and it will programmatically detect, oh, it failed. See, there's actually an FE, and so I think what we're going to do is check the other chips. And we're going to have to send this one back for more erasing. It's not completely erased, but let's just check the other ones. Okay. Do a blank check on this one. That one failed even sooner. I'm guessing all three of these are probably going to need a little bit more time in the eraser, which is fine. Blank check. And there you go. That one failed even sooner. So yep, let's send all three of these back in the eraser for another 5 or 10 minutes. All right, hopefully now after 30 minutes through the eraser, we should be good. Let's turn off the eraser, pop some EPROMs out, and check them in for blank check. All right, device blank check. Let's see if we got any luck here. Oh, halfway blank, 3/4 blank. Yeah, device is blank as confirmed by the blank check. All right, we're ready to program. I think we're gonna just go right ahead with this chip. I'm gonna choose my file. I'm gonna go to the WhiteWater LH6 ROM. All right, here we go. We've got our WhiteWater LH6. Now we can just go ahead and program it. And there you go. All right, now it's verifying. Hooray! It succeeded. It verified, which means that after it finished flashing the chip, it read back the entire contents, and it matched to the original ROM file that we gave it. So that's great. We have successfully burned the updated code for WhiteWater. Let's put it in the machine. Alrighty, and if you want to know which ROM version your game is running, all you have to do is power it on and pay attention to the boot screen. As you'll see in the right side, it says Rev LH-5. LH-5 is a ROM version on WhiteWater that has a known issue with reboots related to hitting switches. So we're going to update it and we're going to see if that fixes our problem. Fingers crossed. All right, here we are in the back box, and two chips of note here. We've got our, this is an NVRAM chip. It's a replacement RAM chip that allows keeping high scores without batteries. Highly recommended upgrade. And just above that is the ROM chip. You can see it has a printed label. It even says LH5 right on there. So we're going to remove this and replace it with our LH6 ROM that we've just burned. Very important to place it in the correct orientation, of course. And to make sure that all the pins are in. There's no legs that are not going cleanly in the socket. And then when we make sure it's aligned, just push it in. And that's it. That's all it takes to upgrade the ROM. Alrighty, moment of truth, folks. Let's see if it even boots. I see a self-test, LH6. Factory settings restore, of course, because the ROM changed, the ROM version changed. So far, so good. Look at that. Works perfectly. Well, there you go, folks. We've successfully upgraded the ROM in the machine. Now, moment of truth. Is it actually going to work? Are we still going to have reset problems? We'll soon find out. I think my approach here is to eliminate all possible causes of reset one by one. With a new power driver board, a new CPU board, and now having eliminated ROM LH5, which is a known cause of reboots on this game, it's one less thing that could be the culprit. So even if we still have reboots, I'm going to call this particular operation that we've done a success because we've successfully upgraded it and we've eliminated one possible cause. This is going to be the only way we're going to be able to really solve this problem, is by eliminating all causes one at a time. All right, let's play the game now and see if I can cause it to reset. Well, so far so good. This is pretty much all I was doing to reset it earlier, was pushing all the stand-up targets one at a time. And it would reboot, so... The game was just so unpredictable, though. That's just what made this so difficult. Well, there you go, folks. We've done a code update on our 1992 WhiteWater. Did it fix the problem? Only time will tell. I'm going to keep playing it. I have not been able to cause it to reset by manually pushing the switches like I could before, so that's at least a good sign. I will say this game was highly unpredictable in its resets and sometimes would go for a week or more without resetting, so the only time will tell. We'll keep playing it. We'll find out. Thanks for joining me, folks. I hope this was educational. You learned at least how to do a code update on this generation game. See you next time, folks. Bye.